Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today the Spike Suede Grunts are looking to get their third victory in a row, whereas the Glisado Nordics are just looking to get their first win of the season. Can they end that 5-game losing streak, or will they be 0-6 to start this season? The Dark Types will want it that way if they have anything to say about it, but let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win, and let's send it down. As I said though, the Ice types 0-5, but they are starting out huge with Baxcalibur and Cryogonal. However, it'll be Roaring Moon and Mabosstiff starting out for the Spike and Suede Grunts, and immediately Roaring Moon is going to set up a mist for its side, shrouding that side in that mist. Cryogonal responding though with the flip turn. It's going to go for Mabosstiff and then go back to the bench for its side. It's still in this matchup, as out in its place comes the Titan. Baxcalibur is going to go with the Sleep Powder, putting that powerful Roaring Moon to sleep. That's really good to make it inactive in this matchup. They can focus in on Mabosstiff, who does go with the Heal Pulse. Unfortunately though, Titan is, well, thankfully Titan's at full strength because they do not want to help out the Ice type Pokemon, but Roaring Moon is still asleep on the field. Baxcalibur is able to go for the defense curl, boosting its defenses here. Now Baxcalibur has that huge 145 base attack. You do not want to take a physical hit from it, but Mabosstiff puts Baxcalibur to sleep. So the pseudo legendary is asleep on the field. The two most powerful Pokemon on the field at the moment are asleep. So Titan though, with the guard swap, focusing in on Roaring Moon. They're switching all their changes to their defenses. I'm not sure any have actually happened yet, but Roaring Moon is still fast asleep on the field, as is Baxcalibur. So neither of these powerful Pokemon have any impact at the moment. It's practically Titan versus Mabosstiff, as Mabosstiff sets up the spikes on the side of the Glisado Nordics. Good to put them out early, so any Pokemon that comes out for the Nordics will land in them and take damage. But the Terrain Pulse from Titan onto Mabosstiff doesn't do much damage there, as Roaring Moon still fast asleep. See if Baxcalibur can wake up before that Pokemon, but no it doesn't. Baxcalibur is still asleep. And this allows Mabosstiff to go with the Cotton Spore here. This is going to lower the speed of both Ice-type Pokemon. See if it allows Mabosstiff to move before Baxcalibur. But first the Titan with the Poison Fang onto the mean-looking pupper here, as Roaring Moon has awoken, and it is going to go for the Shadow Claw onto Titan. Gets a good hit there. Mabosstiff is going to follow it up with the Double Edge onto Titan. Even more damage being done there. Mabosstiff does take some recoil damage there, as Baxcalibur unfortunately is still asleep. This is not what the Nordics need. So Titan is going to go with the Fire Blast though, and Mabosstiff is eliminated from this matchup. That is what the Nordics need to try and get their first victory of the season, as the Suede Grunts are no longer protected by the mist. But Hydreigon comes out for the Suede Grunts. The haze being set up by Roaring Moon, but the partnership of Hydreigon and Roaring Moon, a deadly combination, as the wrap is performed onto Baxcalibur by Hydreigon. There, it will be doing continuous damage to its fellow pseudo legendary, as Baxcalibur is finally awoken as well, and it will go with the Sludge Bomb onto Hydreigon. Gets a good hit there. So Titan looking to follow it up. They surely need to go for an Ice type move to take out this Dragon type. There's Baxcalibur being afflicted by that wrap. Roaring Moon here going with the Crush Claw. Good damage there onto Baxcalibur. Hydreigon looking to follow it up with the Bubble Beam. This will not do as much damage, as it's not very effective there onto Baxcalibur, who responds with the Expanding Force, but it doesn't affect the Dark type Pokemon, unfortunately. So Titan, however, with the Spite onto Roaring Moon, it is going to lower its PP by 4, making it more susceptible to struggling earlier on in this matchup, as Baxcalibur still feeling the effects of the wrap, and Roaring Moon with the Lick. They're trying to take out the opposing pseudo legendary are the Dark types, and the Pedal Dance from Hydreigon will get the job done. Baxcalibur is eliminated with that not very effective move. So Titan looking to respond though, going for the block here onto Hydreigon, making it so Hydreigon can no longer escape. But no Pokemon's running away from this battle, as Cryogonal comes back out onto the field, and Roaring Moon with the triple arrows onto Titan, and it gets the super effective hit and the elimination. The Spike Suede Grunts are building momentum. Cryogonal with the Nightshade in response, this consistently damaging move, as Hydreigon continues its Pedal Dance onto Cryogonal there. Not going to do much damage, and Hydreigon will be left confused due to the fatigue of that Pedal Dance. And now out comes Houndstone, who lands in those spikes. The reason Cryogonal didn't is because it has that levitate ability but Houndstone is going to shed that Ghost typing, which means it will no longer be weak to the Dark type moves, and it is going to become an Ice type Pokemon, as it is the terrestrial Pokemon for the Glisado Nordics. It's had a pretty inconsistent season. See if it can perform here today, as it is met with a present from Roaring Moon. Does a little bit of chip damage there. Cryogonal responding for its side with the guard swap here, focusing in on Hydreigon, switching all their changes to their defenses. Hydreigon is confused, remember, from that Petal Dance. It needs to shake it off here. It is successful, and it's going to go with the Acid Spray onto Cryogonal. Good damage there. It is going to lower the special defense of the Ice type Pokemon. As Houndstone with the Dream Eater, there's no one asleep, so it's not going to affect them. Roaring Moon with the Night Days, and Cryogonal is eliminated by Roaring Moon. A fantastic hit there. 3 eliminations in a row for the Dark type side. They are building all the momentum. Hydreigon, though, is able yet again to shake off its confusion. Going for the Torch Song. This will be super effective, but Houndstone holds on. Hydreigon with the special attack boost, though. If it already had that, surely it would have gotten that elimination, as the Magnet Rise from Houndstone. It will be levitating with that electromagnetism. Avalugg coming out now, landing in those spikes. And Roaring Moon with the Earthquake. Hydreigon has the Levitate ability. Houndstone's now levitating, but it is going to hit Avalugg here. Not a great deal of damage, however, as Hydreigon yet again trying to shake off its confusion. And it will be successful for the second time in a row. It goes for the Torch Song. If it doesn't get it done the first time, it made sure to get it done the second time with the exact same move. Houndstone is eliminated, and Hydreigon yet again getting that special attack boost. It has that 125 base special attack, and it's already gotten 2 boosts. Avalugg setting up for a Sky attack. It is going to become cloaked in that harsh light, as that sun has come back out on the field, and Cloyster as the last Pokemon for the Glisado Nordics. There is only 2 Pokemon remaining for the Ice types. Only 1 Pokemon has been eliminated from the Spike Sway Grunts. And Hydreigon has finally snapped out of its confusion, going for the Mega Kick here, but Avalugg able to dodge that move. Unbelievable speed there, as the Trick Room is set up by a Cloyster, which will favour the Ice types, because now they will move before the Dark types. Avalugg with the Sky attack, huge damage onto Hydreigon there, and it has the opportunity to follow it up. It's going to go for the Hone Claws, though. They need to capitalise on their Ice type advantage over these Dragon types that are out on the field at the moment. Cloyster going with the Eruption, and it is not enough to take Hydreigon out with that not very effective move. Hydreigon responding with the Stuffed Cheeks, chowing down on that Leatherberry, giving itself a defense boost here and restoring its PP at the same time. Roaring Moon going for the Charm here, and it is going to use that Charm on a Cloyster, lowering its attack stat a great deal. Avalugg here going with the Dire Claw onto Roaring Moon. A fantastic hit, and Roaring Moon has been put back to sleep for the second time in this matchup. Cloyster could finish it off here, going with the Gigaton Hammer, and it will get the elimination of Roaring Moon. This is what the Nordics need to do. Hydreigon with the Rock Polish not going on the offensive, instead boosting its speed. It's already quicker, but whilst that Trick Room is in play, it is not the case. As Luxray comes out onto the field, it's going to Terrasilize into the Dark type, and Luxray has been having a great season. See if it can continue that here and finish off the Ice types. Again, the Ice types, though, still trying to get that first victory of the season. And this time, Avalugg is going to fly up into the sky, performing that fly. It's going to be able to avoid attacks, but the Volt Tackle from Luxray is going to get the super effective elimination of Cloyster. Avalugg is all by itself. Luxray does get the recoil damage, but it was surely worth it, as the Outrage will be avoided by Avalugg because it's up in the sky. So Hydreigon not able to connect that move, but Avalugg doing massive damage with that fly to Luxray. Luxray is going to respond with the Tickle. This is going to lower those physical stats of Avalugg. It has the 117 base attack. It has that 184 base defense, though. Hydreigon performing the Dragon Dance now, so it's going to boost its own stats here, boosting that attack, boosting that speed. They're already quicker than Avalugg, as we have said, but the Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal. So Hydreigon gets to go again, and going with the Leech Life, gets a great hit there. Critical hit, in fact, onto Avalugg, getting some huge health restored there from the Ice type Pokemon. Luxray follows it up with the Dream Eater, but Avalugg is wide awake, so it will not affect it. Avalugg now going with the Ember onto Hydreigon. Not very effective there, but it looks like the Dark types are toying with Avalugg as the Flatter from Hydreigon is going to raise that special attack of Avalugg, but leave it. It would have left it confused if it wasn't for that own tempo ability. And yet another tickle from Luxray, lowering those physical stats yet again of Avalugg. The Dark types are being severely sinister at the moment. Avalugg with the Aerial Ace onto Hydreigon, and Hydreigon is going to respond with the Howl. They're not going for the elimination here. There's 4 Dark types remaining, and they are toying with this Ice type Pokemon. The boosted attack there onto Luxray, and going with the speed swap now onto Avalugg. So Avalugg's now quicker than Luxray. Why will they not eliminate? But an X-Scissor from Avalugg almost eliminates Hydreigon with that super effective move, and Hydreigon going for the Sucker Punch. That is going to fail as Avalugg yet again gets to go. Going with the Stockpile. It's going to boost its defenses here when it stockpiles 1, sorry. So it does get the defense boost, and the special defense boost. Luxray, though, is sick of playing around, and with that Dragon Breath, the Glisado Nordics have lost their 6th game in a row. The Spikeman Suede Grunts winning their 3rd game in a row in very impressive and dominating fashion over the Glisado Nordics. And this will move the Suede Grunts up into 8th place as the next round. They will be taking on the 9th place Fuchsia Royal Gators. I cannot wait for that matchup. Whereas the Ice types will have a typing advantage when they go up against the Fortree Tempest in the next round. Hopefully they can get their first victory of the season. We will find out, but until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.